What's up, everyone? Welcome to Power Play with CJ Prospect Profile. Still we're focusing on St. John's Prep center Brian Pinho, eligible for the 2013 NHL entry draft. St. John's Prep, obviously a Catholic conference in Massachusetts. My high school Catholic Memorial was one of their bitter rivals, and actually I had a lot of respect. I still do for St. John's Prep, both on the ice and as an institution. But without kissing someone's ass too much, let's talk more about what Pinho is going to give you on the ice. I got written down right there, 53 points in 21 games for the Eagles, 17 goals and 36 assists. In a pretty good Catholic conference this year. He's bound for Providence in 2014. He's going to spend next year with the Indiana Ice and the USHL. I personally think it would behoove Providence to do what they did with Jankowski and move him up a year. I think Providence is a program on the rise, and Pinho's got a good offensive game. He's a good two-way player. Does a lot of things right, and as much as a year in the USHL would benefit his development, I think having him in Providence sooner rather than later would be what's best for both sides. I mean, who's to say he's not lighting up the USHL and halfway through next year, mid-semester, someone at BC or BU or other program in Hockey East gets hurt, goes pro, transfers, gets kicked out, whatever, and he's right there for one of those tools to snatch up. I think if Providence wants to keep this momentum going, they get him there in September. But I like his game. And in the last couple of years, Colin Blackwell from St. John's Prep was at Harvard a year after graduate. The September after graduation. Same thing with Sam Kirker at BU. St. Louis Blues second round pick, and Blackwell's obviously a San Jose Sharks prospect in the 6th or 7th round. A good value pick, by the way, for San Jose, getting a pretty good player like that late. But Pinho's I think he's ranked in the top 115. I think he's 109, 110 among North American skaters. So he'll be a later round pick, but I think you'll get some good value for him. I think he'll be a 4-year player at Providence. I think he'll develop there. And when you got a goalie like John Gillies, you got a fellow draft eligible player, New Englander Anthony Florentino going there. They've really got a good way of success going in Providence, something that they haven't had for a long time. And if they keep it up and build a consistent, high standard of winning, Providence could be, that elite class in Hockey East that BU and BC are in every single year, UNH too. Every single year, one of the elite teams in not only Hockey East, but the eastern part of college hockey. And that's what you're trying to do. And I think Pinho's going to be a big part of that. I'm very curious to see how he develops. I'm really rooting for him. And I like to see Catholic Conference guys succeed, so I got high hopes for him. And I think he'll live up to them. I think he definitely has. Maybe not top 6 potential, but I mean, possibly a third line guy on the line. I think he's got a good, high enough hockey IQ where he can develop into a bottom 6 forward and be successful in the NHL. Or, in for many years. I know maybe at Providence he develops into a defensive specialist. Maybe his offensive game really flourishes, but I think he's got a load of upside and he can play a 200-foot game. And he's really crafty and elusive with the puck, which you're gonna need when Hockey East going up against pretty good, pretty big, pretty skilled defensemen, and that's what he brings to the table. Anyway, that's on this episode of the Power Play with CJ Prospect Profiles. I'm Brian Pinho of the St. John's Prep Eagles. Stay tuned for more episodes throughout the season and beyond. Later, guys.